How's it going, Flesh and Blood fans? My name is Holocron from Flesh and Blood Ireland, and I'm here to talk about my favourite, most versatile hero in the whole game, and that, of course, is Briar, Warden of Thorns. So, if you haven't already subscribed to the Flesh and Blood Ireland page, do so. We'll put a wee link at the bottom of the description when you're in here. Just click that, all good, and these will just pop right into your inbox the next time you are on that wonderful channel. So, why do I love Briar? Well, I got into Flesh and Blood around Monarch, to be honest. Missed out Welcome to Wraith, missed out on the first two sets, actually. And most card games that I play, I like heroes to be kind of versatile and you sort of build decks a bit differently. And she fits in just absolutely perfectly. When she first came out, her Blitz deck was even good. That was a real bonus straight away. Your 40 cards, even your equipment was quite decent. Off you went. It did okay, and then people tried lots of different ways to make this whole thing better. In what way? Well, you see, if you kind of flicked onto this going, why is Belittle and Minnowism so good? Let me explain. Briar started off being a Rune Blade. So you get all the Rune Blade cards, you get all the general cards, then you get all the elemental cards, and her specialization is lightning and earth. So we started off with a pure earth build, then we went to a hybrid build between earth and lightning, then we went full out lightning, then we went Cheerios, which are zero cost go agains if you confuse and play them from Arsenal and do all this sort of stuff. You weren't pitching. I think I ran Thing of Sorcery. I think that was about it. That was it. Completely it. Nothing else. But then Lexi started doing an awful lot of ice stuff, and Olin was doing a lot of ice stuff, and it got to the point that Frostbites kind of made Cheerios Briar go away. Enter this wonderful card. Let me move this over to here. Enter this. Enter in Channel Mount Heroic. You pitch a blue earth card, that stays out, get a token on it, and every attack action card you play on top of that, brilliant, here we go. So people are putting in like Enlightened Strikes, Command and Conquers, you know, you're hitting for 5 plus the 3 from Mount Heroic, that's 8. You're giving a go again, then you're coming in for like another 4 for a scar if you're under health, but you probably start with that first. So that's 7, and then maybe hit for a snatch if you can go again. If you can go again, you hit the snapdragons, go again, and then if you've got enough cash, I like an extra 2 and 2 from Briar because you played Channel Mount Rook. Brilliant deck, has done me wonderful, has placed me in top 4s, finals. Brilliant. It's just a brilliant, brilliant deck. And then Uprising came out. And Iceland is annoying. To have all your cards frozen and all that sort of stuff, that's not good at all. And then we've got Dromai with all their dragons and her ice wings, and, you know, between frost hexes and dragons coming out, which, although are easier to pop than Spectral Shields, they're still annoying. You can easily die to Dromai. Very, very simple. Phi is just a 4-5-6 chain go again ninja deck that just does not know how to stop. So, if we're going to play Briar in the Uprising meta, let us keep these cards. Let's keep these in the cards. And keep the good cards that are in there. Snatch is a great card to keep in there. That's excellent. Exude Confidence is a good one to keep in there. What else have we got that we use to run? I took everything out. And this is why. This card is just broken. Now, a lot of people say, yeah, it's broken. This deck's broken. So Belittle has... If you play Commoner, for instance, this is a common card. It's like 10 pence 10 cents. You can buy a full rainbow of these for under $1 and under £1. That's pretty good. Till you read what it actually says. So if we read what that says, is that as an additional cost to play Belittle, you may reveal an attack card that is less than 3 in your hand. If you do, you can search for a card called Minnowism, reveal it, and then shuffle your deck and go again. So red, yellow, and blue hits for 3, 2, and 1. Personally, I'm rolling the red and the yellow. What's Minnowism? Hello, Minnowism. So, this is another attack action card. And remember what Briar does. I think Briar's that good that if we just grab this here, let's put that right over my face. If you hit, you get an embodiment of lightning. If you play 2 non-attack actions, you get an embodiment of lightning instead of an embodiment of earth. That means you can then swing like hell. If you get that out, after you've played non-attack action, attack action will go again. Another non-attack action, embodiment of lightning, swing with Rosetta Thorn. Because Rosetta Thorn isn't an action card, which is what it states on the embodiment of lightning, it stays out, and then your snatches get go again, your exude confidences get go again, burgeoning gets go again, autumn's touch gets go again. It doesn't matter what the cost of the card is. Pay its cost, go again. Kind of brilliant if you've got a channel mount heroic turn out. These 2 cards have made most decks brilliant. So here is the blue Minnowism. This is the foil Minnowism. It's +1 and go again. But if you play Belittle and show something like, I don't know, Overload, which is pretty good, and you have got the Overload in your hand, you show the Overload, you pitch a blue, play Belittle because it costs 1, you've 2 floating. Go and get a Minnowism. But you would go get the red one, because the red one is +3. Overload is 3, dominate, and if it hits, go again. So then you drop the red Minnowism, play Overload, that's now 6, dominate, can only be defended by 1 card, and off you go. It is glorious. Minnowism is very, very, very specific, though. Unlike Nimblism, where it says it has to be an attack action card 1 or 0, this says it has to be with 3 or less base. It then gets 3+. So when you build the deck, you want things like Arcanic Crackle. That does 1 arcane damage first, and then 3. So now it's 6 and an arcane. So that's 7 total damage. That's 2 short of where you should be, because in average round, a card should be 3 damage. So 9 is a completely average round, and that's all right. When you're only coming in for 2s and 4s and 5s, people will take that all day and just keep a full grip of cards because they've just finished attacking. But there are so many cards that cost 3. It is brilliant. So it does not work really that well with cards that come in for like 5, for instance, which is why I've taken Enlightened Strikes and Command and Conquers out of my deck. Minnowism and Nimblism don't work on anything bigger than like a 3 or bigger cost than a 1, so it's all a bit, But if you can play Minnowism into Nimblism and hit an Overload, it's 9 dominate. Even if they throw all their equipment and 3 at it, it's still hitting, and you're getting another attack, which is just brilliant. Or Minnowism, Nimblism, Snatch, 3, 3, 10. Go again because of the embodiment of lightning. Minnowism and Belittle have totally started to change the meta. Chain, my beloved boy. That deck went top tables with this package in full colours. The Minnowisms were red and blue, which is exactly what I'm running, is the red and the blue and leaving out the yellow. The Belittles were running red and yellow and not running the blues. It is just a fantastic deck to get to grips with. And here's my little secret saucy tip. Most elemental people will have 3 copies of Red Lightning Press. That's a 0 cost at instant speed, add +3 to an action card. Very, very good indeed. I want more Go Again. I'm trying to make my rune blades a lot more ninja-like. So this card right here, Razor Reflex, costing 1, but with 2 things to it. Attack action card, gains +3 and Go Again. And you can also win games with 2 resources, 1 to fire off your Rosetta Thorn. If you've attacked with these, for instance, it's coming in for 2 arcane and 2 physical. And if you have 1 left, you can add another 3 to your weapon. It is worth every single one of those resources to watch your poor opponent die and give you the fist pump of shame because you're now 1-0 and you're off to the races. Belittle Briar is fantastic. There are a lot of different ways to build it depending on what legendaries you have. At the minute, it seems like Crown of Providence and Arcanic Skullcap are the headpieces that you would like. Pretty much everybody who's got a tunic, a Fendel's tunic, that's in there. I quite like Stubby Hammers because although it's banned in Blitz, it isn't in here, and there's a lot of Grasp of the Arknight. I'm thinking 5 for some strange reason. Grasp of the Arknight and Vexing Quillhand are 2 excellent ones. One's majestic, one's a legendary. Grasp, you can get 1 rune chant, pitch a blue, and you're still coming in for 1 arcane and 2 damage. Vexing Quillhand to me is kind of better at the end because while, say you play Revel in Runeblood, you get 4 rune chants on the board. For me to get that, it's now costing me 3 resources to actually get them out. And that's just the Grasp. We would have to do Grasp first and then into that to get the 5. And then probably come in for another 2 and 2 on top of that, which is really, really handy. And then, but the new one is our friend Shoko. And Shoko is a very, very, very good card indeed. But then, is it really? Is it really? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because again, that's 5. You might kind of tell that when I start playing Briar, it is going to be 5 decks all the way. For feats, Snapdragon Scalers. My god, man. I have nothing in this deck that costs more than 1 apart from Burgeoning, and I always use it to pitch. So I can give any card at any time Go Again, and that's why combined with Snapdragon Scalers and these 2 cards right here, those are the ones making all the difference. Chain absolutely ruined nearly every Pro Quest and Pro Tour that he's been in across the world using these cards. Commoners are being destroyed because he's a general. Any hero in the game can take a full set. They can literally go for 18 cards and it's just Minnowism and Belittles. It revolutionized Commoner into an actual quite competitive format. If you have not tried out Belittle and Minnowism, do it. It is a fantastic, fantastic way to throw people off. People are putting it into Reinar. People are putting it into warrior decks. They're putting it into ninja decks. Every single thing seems to be going. And if you can put these cards into, and they're common. They're both common. I cannot wait. Tomorrow I have a Road to Nationals down in the lovely town of Navan in County Meath, Ireland. I'm taking my Belittle Command Briar Channel Mount Heroic mishmash. And I think it's going to do all right. We'll let you know in the next video how it gets on. But in the meantime, if you've enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button. Really appreciate it. And until the next time, keep playing Fab. It's a bloody good game, isn't it?